what do both sides in this, both government leaders, the county and local leaders, uh, what do they know and not know about the home building process? And then flip side, what do builders know and not know about the home building process from the government side? So you have these two sides that are both informed, both have their viewpoints and their facts, but the goal is to put the two together and have them have that be a relationship. So you've got info flow going both ways.
Right. I was in Alaska just a couple weeks ago, and one of our builders, who was a builder and a developer. So, and there's a difference. The developer takes it from raw land to lots, and then the builder takes it from a lot with road already done. The lot is flat. There's a sewer or septic and electricity, and the builder then puts a house on. So the developer was taking me around to different areas that were being developed. You can buy the land and you can start to put in the equipment and develop it, but then you have to go to the city and they'll say, well, we're not going to put a road there. The city is going to build roads in this part of the area, and then we're going to have an arterial here and connect it up to this part. So the developer needs to early on work with the city. The city's already got its plan for where it's going to grow. So that conversation has to take place probably before someone even buys land to develop. Is it going to fit into where the city wants to grow? Then you cannot have that fight. Like, oh, it's perfect land, but there's not going to be a road. So why are you doing that? Right. I think the other part, the elected, to go from, just raw land with trees and hills and all that, and make it into what becomes a subdivision of 10 homes or 500 homes, you have to move a lot of dirt. You have to, really bring in a lot of engineers. You have to bring in, people who can drive bulldozers and all that. And that takes a lot of money. And so I think an understanding that if all of the infrastructure is on the dime of the developer, which really means it's on the dime of the end home buyer, that's a lot of cost. And that's where a lot of these state laws you mentioned earlier can help, because a lot of the states are passing laws that say, here's grant money, here's free money to have the infrastructure paid for by the government again. And I think that's really the way that these pressures from consumers and from voters, that might be the real key. I had no idea. I've been to a lot of job sites, but seeing that process from really A to Z, I'd encourage everybody who's elected, and you probably didn't get elected because housing's your number one reason why you ran for office. Just find a developer and go through and just watch, just see for a day what they have to go through. And then let's flip that script, like you said, Ben. Let's get the developer in there, not in a angry way, but in a let me learn what you're doing way. Because I think the more they can be partners, the better.